Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to FMTB, and let's get straight into this episode, shall we? Let's look at tactics. Now you remember from the first pre-season game we played, we had a player for every position plus a couple of extra, which you can see down here. Now that we've sold a couple of players, like we've sold Pond, so we've lost a centre-back, we could do with replacing him with someone a little bit cheaper, because we've got Max Cartwright here, who's okay, but I mean we could just use Cartwright as our backup centre-back. But even then, you could end up at a shortage, and even with players like Jordan who can also play centre-back, you kind of want to be looking at who else you can bring in. So we'll go on to this list again. We'll get rid of that age restriction first. Now, these are all the players who we can sign. And as you can see, there are no centre-backs on that list. So we probably are going to be forced into using Cartwright as a backup centre-back. And if we look at Morris as well, he can't play centre-back. So he'll be a good midfielder for us though, I can see that. Darius Vassell is a striker. And actually, Parkin, we are retraining as a centre-back. So perhaps he could become our backup centre-back as well. I forgot about that. Okay, that's that one sorted. But again, if we look at this, and if we go squad depth, this gives us a view as to who we've got in each position. So, for example, we've got 3 good rated strikers. We've got Parkin, Ball and Mandrum. So we're not that short in the striker department. Attacking midfielders right and left. Well, left we're okay because we've got Hughes on 3.5 stars, and then we've got Sirkovic and Blair as backups. However, on the right hand side we've only got Blair as a decent winger, and he's only on 2 stars. So really we could do with another right winger. So let's look at who we've got on this list who we can bring as a right winger. Well, we got this guy here who we pointed out before, Jamie Peters. Now if we brought him in, he apparently would be our best right winger, and that looks like a very interesting proposition. So let's look and see how much he wants. He wants £2,000 a week. Well, let's halve that to £1,000 with a £600 appearance fee. If he scores a goal, we'll give him £400. If he keeps a clean sheet, we'll give him £500. If he plays 30 games for us, then we'll increase his wages to £1,500 a week. And if he scores 10 goals in the season, we'll give him £6,500. His unused substitute fee, £200. Promotion bonus, £11,000. Let's see what he says to that. Now he's not happy because he still wants that £1,000. That £2,000, sorry. So let's change that to that instead, and we'll make this non-negotiable. And he's pulled out. He's walked away. However, we can still get him in on trial until the end of pre-season to see if he changes his mind once he's actually met the squad and hung around for a little bit. But we are still looking for a right winger. So let's look at what else we can do actually, because Matty Blair, where is he? There he is. He scored a hat-trick for us in that first game, which is brilliant for him, and I am happy for him. However, I still want him to leave. So we're going to offer him at £50,000, which is less than half of his original value, with a 5% sell-on, and see what happens there. And you can also see here, Pendry gives us our tactics update, and this is about doubled from where it was before. And again, it's still creative freedom, closing down, passing style, little things like that that they're a bit awkward on. This is the best one they're doing actually, which is the incredibly defensive one. And again, not good on creative freedom and closing down. Although better at closing down. Marking is very good. That's good to see. But it's getting more encouraging. And here's Mark Randall, who's agreed to come on trial with us. And it gives us a better chance to look at him, and you can see he can play attacking right midfield, although he's not recommended to. So we'll wait for him to join up with us properly, like that, and then we'll go training, start training for new position, attacking right midfield. And we also scouted Steamage in the last episode, didn't we? And we'll see who they've got for loan. Well, they've got Joe and Gesson, who I know off the top of my head is a pretty good player. So they've got a few good players that we could loan in. Matt Ball, he's a good player. I'm going to look at Ngesson and see how much they want for him to be on loan for the season. What's his wages? £600 a week. Let's loan him in for the full season at £300 a week and see how well that does. Matt Ball, he could be a championship central midfielder, but on this list he's only 5th, so we won't sign him. Heslop, I have a feeling he's 3rd on the list, but again we don't really need him because we got Jody Morris coming in as well, don't forget. So Joe and Gesson, 18 years old, he'd be a good player for us to come in. No one still wants to sign Matty Blair, so now we offer him for loan. 50% end of season. See if someone gets him now. We have this again for the under-21s, so we're going to change this to match fitness. All those who need match fitness will play for, or at least be available for, the under-21s. And if I go on this list again, we have this guy here again, who can play on the right hand side. Where's he from? Blackpool. Jaziri, I think that's how you say his name. Jaziri. In fact, he used to play for Portsmouth. Funny that. Never actually played a game for them. That must be when they had their financial trouble. He'll be good enough for League One sides, according to our scout. He plays best as a striker, but he can also play on the left-hand side. Well, we got players on the left-hand side, so we don't need to worry about that. All of these Steamage players have now popped up on this list, you might have noticed. So we're going to scout them. Yes, I do want to scout those players. And Lucas Akins, for example. Not sure about his wages. I'm going to put an inquiry in for him, just to see what they say. And Shroot. I mean, we're scouting him anyway, so we'll see what Steamage come back with. They want 210,000 for Haber. Could I afford to get him on loan? Apparently not. How much have we got? 141k. That could possibly rise when Junior Brown goes. Now here's another trick. I offer them 0 up front. I then offer them over a period of time, say 48 months, the money they want, which in this case is 210,000. So I'll do it like that. Percentage of next sale, I'm going to take that down to 10%. See if I can arrange a friendly, just to keep things nicely there. Minimum league goals, I could perhaps do that. So after 30 league goals, I'll give them another 20,000, something like that. Suggest those terms and see what they think. Well, they've come back with 63k up front, 145k, and 20k like that. We'll stick with that. We might not even need Haber because, as you've seen, we've got strikers. We've got Parkin, we've got Ball, we've got Mandram. Who's this? Alan Martin. What kind of keeper is he? Oh, he's actually a good keeper. He's to come in on trial, so we'll let him do that. Who else are we trying to bring in? Jamie Peters. Oh yeah, that's him. Forgotten about him already. Steve Irwin, I remember him. Esteban Lopez. And now he could become a good right winger. Esteban Lopez. Yeah, see, I've forgotten about all these players who he said about trials. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Okay, Ashton. Ashton would be interested in joining us, and again, we're replacing centre-backs. Ashton and Roberts was the centre-back partnership when Steamage had 2 consecutive promotions. So, to reunite those two would be a good idea. Right, Haber. Let's have a look at Haber's report. Now he's our second best striker behind Parkin and ahead of Ball. And Ball himself can become a right winger, so it might be worth bringing in Haber. Schrute. Schrute as an attacking midfielder is a good proposition. As a right winger, he is the best. And as a centre midfielder, he's pretty good too. Let's see if Steamage will let us bring him in on loan. No, they won't. Okay. So we'll have to put in an inquiry for him. Now Akins. I'm not sure we'll be able to afford Akins in all realisticness. Although it does say at the top how much they want for him. David Gray? No. No. Darius Charles? Again, not really. Still no one wants to sign Matty Blair, and they want 600,000 for Akins, which is way too much for us. So okay, we'll try and bring in maybe Haber and Ashton, and we'll have a look at Schrute. And we'll focus on that in the next episode, because it's time to end this one, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.